All right, we're back with another episode of Long Time Good Time. I'm one of the co-hosts, Terry, and my co-host, Abrisha. Together, we are Long Time Good Time.
Hey.
And in honor of the King of Pop and the release of the new trailer, we're going to talk about Michael Jackson. His, I guess, biopic is going to be coming out in April. And so today we're going to be doing a draft of our top 5 Michael Jackson songs. But before we do that, we're going to jump into our thoughts on the trailer, what we expecting from the movie, all that good stuff. First of all, let's start off with you, Abrisha. Are you a fan of
Mm-hmm.
Michael? How you feeling about the trailer? What your thoughts are?
What do you mean? You know what? I respected the trailer, and I was actually excited to see that his nephew playing him. You know, people want to pick and prod, and no, he doesn't look exactly like him, and blah blah blah. Hey, I don't care about none of that. When it comes to work like this, I love when people can pay tribute and homage to somebody that they may have held very, very dear. Now, I'm not saying that all the time a family membership, play family, but I think that Jafar has it enough skill to do the role some justice.
Yeah, I mean this been in the works for a while. So there was a delay because of the rights issue. There's a whole little thing if you want to look into that, but basically the state didn't approve of some of the stuff that they shot, and they shot it anyway, and so they had to do a whole editing thing because this was supposed to come out a little bit ago, but
Hmm. Then
now,
they got caught by the strike too,
yeah,
the
so
SAG strike. So
so now is finally hopefully getting ready to come out. And, there's a lot of conversation. I love the trailer. I'll start off by saying that it was more than I thought. Like I'm one of those people that have started to get fatigued with music biopics because it's always the same. And Mike's been very analyzed. We've had so many projects going back to the Jackson 5, American Dream, and all that. Like that was constantly on rotation. That 48-hour movie, you just jump in
not
whenever.
48 hours. It was long.
That movie was long. So, like, Mike's been analyzed a lot, but at the end of the day, when you make a very clean, well-made biopic, that's kind of the crowning achievement. In recent years, we got so many of them, especially me as an Oscar fan. So, I don't know. I guess I was like, man, Michael Jackson. That's the first one. So if I go back, you got Bohemian Rhapsody with Queen, which I didn't learn about
I'm
until
still crying
college.
about that one.
It was great, but I didn't know about them until college. You had what was last year? Oh, I can't remember. It wasn't Bruce Springsteen. It was someone. It was a white guy. I don't know. But I didn't even know that guy. I don't know his music. I'm mad. I'm forgetting his name.
You talking about Elton
Bob
John?
Dylan, I think. Bob Dylan.
I know they did an Elton John one not too long ago too. Rocket Man.
Yeah, had an Elton
They
John
did
one.
Aretha Franklin as well.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
so, and I didn't watch the Whitney one, but I think this the first one where it was like squarely in my lifetime where I'm like, yo, no, I know this like person up and down. So I wasn't super excited, but when the trailer hit, I was like, man, it just hit you. I think we're gonna go into this movie more like a celebration than like a
Mhm.
biopic. And I think people are going to show up just to rock out and enjoy the music and celebrate Mike and get hyped when we see the videos and stuff. So that's kind of how I took it. I mean, if we're talking about expectations, I think this is going to make $1 billion. Honestly, I think it
Oh, for
plays
sure.
it plays like a movie, but it will probably play
For
like
sure.
sing along
I
as well.
just saw a video of a little girl who probably wasn't, maybe she was 1.5, and she was pretending to put her little baby doll to sleep, and she was rocking, to a MJ song. And it reminded me that someone said a couple of years back that MJ has fans that haven't even been born yet. And it's so true. His music has surpassed so many generations. Even after his death, he still has like fans. You know what I mean? So whether it be through the gaming systems, I think the Wii game, the experience, and all of that, like the man has been gone a while, and he's still got like mega fans that are being introduced to his work and loving him down wholeheartedly. So they're gonna definitely make some money off of this. He's got basically 5 decades of people ready to go in that theater to see
A
something. You
lot.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I've heard a lot recently about the Wii experience. I didn't play that. Did you play that?
Bruh, I did. Not religiously like my best friends. They know the routines till this day, memorized. But it was
Oh,
fun.
so it was like a dance game.
Yeah, it was kind of like not DDR, because DDR had like the little pad underneath you, but it was on a Wii. So you had to swing the remote a certain way. And
Oh,
of
okay.
course you could win the game by just knowing how to swing the remote, and you didn't have to really do the leg stuff. But the choreos were so fire that people wanted to do everything. So people would be breaking like real sweats
Yeah.
doing
Okay.
Michael Jackson the experience on Wii, man.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where like you could be impacted by Mike from so many different angles, like and like you said, across generations. So and his music lives on and all that. So yeah, I think it's gonna be $1 billion thing, and whether I agree or not, whenever somebody does an excellent performance in the music biopic or biopic, they get nominated for Oscars. So I think it can have Oscar impact. I think it can have box office impact. So I'm gonna be there for sure. I'm gonna be there.
Like I said, I'm pulling out my Budapest jacket. I'm gonna be in there shining, just like I might, with some shades on. I don't care. I'm pulling out. I don't. One of my biggest pet peeves is white socks with black shoes, and Mike is the only person I allow to do that. And that'll be the one day you might catch me in some white socks and black shoes.
Mike gonna make you break the rules, huh?
I'm gonna have to break the rules for Mike.
You're gonna be bad. You're gonna be in that
Mhm.
bad. Okay. All right, so we'll continue the convo as we get into this. We're gonna do a top five MJ song draft.
Mhm.
Um, I guess I'm going first, and
Yeah, let's kick it off. I had to,
I
see where
forgot
it's
the host
at.
though.
Now, I have a feeling that we're gonna like two different spectrums of Mike, so I feel like we might not run into each other on songs, which is great. But who knows? We'll see.
All right, so before we get started, because I didn't ask this before, are we gonna count Jackson 5?
I'm just doing strictly Mike.
Okay, strictly Mike. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to draft our song and then we're going to talk a little bit about, our feelings and thoughts about it. I guess I was given the number one pick because I'm the host.
I also
Ooh,
wanted to put you in the frying pan first.
yeah, that's tough. I feel the pressure to go a lot of different ways, but I'ma just go with my heart and what I jam to the most. I'm gonna go Beat It.
What?
Beat
That's
It.
also my number one.
Beat It is I first of all, it's a little bit unfair because Abrisha knows me in my day to day, so she know I love the song. One probably 2 days ago, I was sharing this song. I love Beat It, and
It's my
so
favorite MJ song.
You can look at it from any way. You can look at it from musicality. You can look at it from just catchiness. You can look at it from numbers. You can look at it from music video.
You can look at it from the intro,
Bro, all
the instrumentation. Talk about an attention grabber.
Look at
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
I really don't even know which way to go with this. I just can say overall it impacts me the most. Like, definitely the music, but even in the video that's embedded in my head. Like, and what was it? I think it was beatbox. I don't know if or rockbox or something. What was it? VH1?
Mm-hmm.
But they used to play it all the time. They used to pop up the fun facts and stuff. I used to see that all the time.
Yes.
But
You're unlocking memories. I forgot about that. That's so funny. Yes.
Mike like talking to the mirror / camera, and then you go into a whole fight scene. And even when you think about the messaging and what it says, like, bro, like what are you really proving fighting? Like, I don't want, like, moral wise going into my life.
That's
like
the thing.
I just think about that all the time. Like, what am I showing? Like that, you know, what am I proving right now? So I can't, man. I could go on an hour talking about this. That's my number one. I don't care if people like it's this and it's this number and that. Like, for me, that's my number one.
We are in agreement. So I guess I have to move to my number 2, because my number 1 was also Beat It. That song just does something to me. So I am a big fan of Michael's like softer tracks and ballads. I think he was a ballad king. So my number 2, since you took my number 1.
No, it's your number 1. It's your number 1.
It is my number 1 now. Well, my number 1 was Beat It, but
you're on your list. Yep.
So number 2 is Stranger in Moscow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Down. You went off the beaten path. Go ahead.
Yeah, you got to go to the. I would never call anything Mike does B-side, but for the people who just listen to what's on the radio, Stranger in Moscow is not on a lot of people's list. But that song, again, talk about temperament, feeling something, storyline, lyrics. That's one of his softest songs where he doesn't have to do too much, where he's just singing. That's my shit.
I can honestly say I never heard that. So you're gonna have to give
we're gonna have to pause this or something. You're gonna have to take a quick listen or something. I can't.
You're gonna have to give me and the people a little. Come on, go ahead. Give me a little something.
Oh my God.
Give me a little something. What that sound like?
You really don't know Stranger Mouth? How does it feel? You don't know that? How does it feel? No?
It's not
wow.
Real. Okay.
I was wandering in the rain. Mask of life. I feel insane. Really?
I don't. Okay.
With the sudden fall from grace. Sunny days seem far away.
Is this a heavy?
Huh?
Is this a heavy like instrumental, or is it just really light on the music and him just singing?
Yes, it's a lyric heavy one. Mike was this was one of Mike's pens. The beat is like a is real basic.
So he's showing off the voice.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't worried about the production on this one as far as the sound. This is not one of his dance numbers. This is not one of his ain't one of those. This is a lyric in his feelings. If he had an emo moment, like Stranger in Moscow.
Okay, I think you're gonna put a lot of people on. I mean, I never called myself a crazy fan of no one, but I feel like I'm a decent Mike fan, and I've never heard of that. So that's okay. I like that. I'm gonna have to listen to that afterwards. So now you put me in a position of luxury where I can pick from a lot of bangers, and
Yeah,
now
I'm in the deep cuts. Okay,
I feel
I'm
like I'm gonna get
sorry. I got
more hate.
some of his mainstays or staples, absolutely, but
I
as
feel like
far
I'm
as
gonna
my
get
little
more,
heart making my little heart pitter patter, it's a lot of his deeper cuts. So,
and
or
that's
later cuts sometimes, because sometimes it's just the era in which the song came out versus who knows him.
so I feel like I might get more hate on my number two than my number one because number two I still got all the classics on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you know what? I'm feeling a little soft. I'm a do this just not only because I love it, but in the name of my parents and playing at their wedding and people in my family. If you know, you know. I'm gonna go remember the time.
Do you remember the times when we fell in love? Do you remember the times when y'all gonna learn that I know how to sing for real, y'all. I be
So
playing, but I know how to sing.
I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of insight. Like, Brisha don't even know, she ain't seen this, but
Which one of you or your brother did the routine?
no. But I was gonna say, um, because we still got the VHS and everything, or like the recorded VHS. I was like one when my parents got married. I was the ring bearer, and so there's VHS of like the after party or whatever, and they're just is embedded in my mind. It's a lot of cuts, but there's a long like part of just me as a 1 year old and remember the time is playing in the background. So that song is always rang out to me. But
Yeah,
then
that's super sweet.
you talk about the impact, you talk about Eddie Murphy in there. And what's her name? Grace Jones. So you got the whole
Yeah, Grace,
crossover.
Eddie. You said Grace. No, Iman was in that. You talking about the one that played the Queen?
Oh, was that Iman or Grace? Okay, was Grace
Iman,
in it?
yeah.
I just watched
Ah.
Boomerang, so that might be stuck in my head. Okay, so my bad. That was Iman. But
But yeah, even the bloopers from that video of Eddie running away from
yeah, if you
the
saw the
animals and stuff,
bloopers, like that stuff is out
it's
now. Back
iconic. That
then,
video is iconic.
yeah, but like that video is like exactly that video is iconic with the people in it, how well it was. But just the song, like itself, the music, like when it like I'm big on when the well. Maybe not nowadays, but back then I'm big on how a song comes on and how it hits you because it used to hit you with the music back then before it did anything else. And so you gotta remember the time. Doom, doom, doom,
His
doom,
song
doom.
intros just grab you.
Yeah.
He's
And
got one of them. He's one of those artists where you can literally play like a fifth of a second of the intro, and people will be like, "Oh, that's such and such. Oh, that's such and such."
exactly, man, he had a team behind him, and just even the song itself, like, do you remember when we both met, when we both fell in love? Like all that, man. It just I love that song. Like I said, for a lot of reasons. Same way as Beat It. I could talk about it forever, but that's my number two pick.
Okay. All right. I'm on my. So this is my number three.
This your number two. You're gonna confuse the audience. This your
I know. This
second
is
on
my
your
number
list.
two. I'm sorry. It's number two because Terry took my number one. Number two.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Heaven Can Wait. That's a little bit of a later release. There he isn't so. I don't wanna leave my baby alone. I love Mike, the lyrical Mike. I don't want nobody else to hold you. That's the chance I'll take. Baby. What? Back when people were yearning. Okay. That man said he'll skip out
The
on
soft
heaven to
girl
wait for
era.
his baby. What?
What album was that?
Good question. Is that on the let me see, what album was that on?
Just because you giving the deep cuts, I want to get the fans something they could go look back at.
Heaven Can Wait. It's one of his later albums. If I don't want to mix it up, you know me. That's why we have computers. It is on the Invincible album. Yes, I didn't want to be
Okay, yeah.
mistaken.
Wasn't that his last one?
I think I don't know. I think there's technically one after that they released post mortem
Oh no,
as
I mean like his regular albums. Yeah.
yes. In that case, yes.
Yeah. My mom did love that album. I ain't gonna lie, but I was too mic'd out by that time. There's a song on there. I won't bring it up now, but there's a few songs on there. But Invincible, because I remember it was the all white album cover with barely the shadow of his face. I'm like, oh no. So I do know some songs from there, but I can never get as jiggy with it as the classics. Me personally, okay. So
You need to go live a better life, brother. You need to get into that album.
Hey, I believe it. I believe it.
Now is a time.
I don't doubt Mike. So you got. So right now I got Beat It, Remember the Time, and you got Stranger in Moscow and Heaven Can Wait. So Abrisha going with the underdog card. But hey, people out here gonna appreciate that. Okay.
Oh, trust me. They gonna love these.
So back at number 3, once again, I kind of embarrassment of riches. Woo! I didn't think it'd be this hard. I thought a lot of these songs would be off the board. I got Okay. I'm going by peer pressure right here, even though ain't nobody pressuring me. I'm gonna go Thriller. You gotta go Thriller.
Cause that's the thrill. Yes. Thriller.
Yeah, that's a classic. I mean,
I can't believe that people said that they used to be scared of that video. I was like, well, maybe because we grew up in an era where there was better CGI and effects and different things. But I guess for that time, that was pretty like.
I mean, it was good.
It
was good. Special effects. It was good makeup.
There's people out here that say, "I'm still scared of that video." I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with that video.
I don't think I've been scared of the video, but it was eerie to me. When I was younger, because I was like, oh no, Mike looks different. But then we grew up and Mike looked real different. But
Transformer, more release the eye.
Okay.
We love you, Mike.
Yeah, I ain't got much to say about Thriller. That's a classic, all that. So your number 3.
My number 3. Because it's all, y'all know I love a good piece of tea, even though I don't have a messy life. I love tea. I like to watch other people's mess. Dirty Diana. When he finally got out of his bloodlust for Diana and realized how much of a trifling she was to him.
Bloodlust. Dirty.
Little kid Mike was in love with this woman. Big grown white Mike was in love with this woman. They, had a big age gap. It wasn't working out. There was even a proposal, whether people knew it or not.
Oh, you know the whole you know the whole tea. I just know the song.
Yeah.
What's the
They
real
were
life?
engaged and everything, but it was frowned upon.
Who is Diana?
Diana Ross.
Oh,
there was yes, Terry, where were you under a rock? This tea was deep. Okay, so
wait, what?
They couldn't.
For those out there like me,
they thought they couldn't live in the limelight like they wanted to. They could not be because there was too much speculation. This boy didn't live with you since he was a kid at one point. Speculations of grooming, speculations of the age gap. Blah, 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 blah. The engagement, the unengagement, her moving on real fast and getting married, like. Even after they were unengaged and you thought that he was over it, but you could see on his face, like he would be tense in the audience whenever she's on stage and stuff. Like he really loved that woman. So when he finally had to put it to pen and pad, actually his original lyrics for the song, they say, this is all speculation, only the people who were there know. that Barry and them had to say, Mike, that's too finger pointing. You got to change that. Mike was trying to empty the clip, on Miss Ross, but you know, her
Wait, you didn't
souls,
tell us what's the original lyrics.
they never released them.
Oh, okay.
They made him change them when he presented the song. They were like, "Oh no, we can't release that. You got to change that, brother."
Oh no, I can hear it now. Diana
Yeah,
Ross, Dirty Diana.
and he's screaming the whole time. That
Ross.
ninja was mad. He
Man,
said,
that's
"You'll never make me stay, so take your weight off of me. I know your every move, so now you just let me be." You know what I'm saying?
been here times before. Oh
But
my
I was
God.
too blind to see, because he loved her. He loved her his whole life. That you seduce every man. This time you won't seduce me. You know what I'm saying? Mike was
First
getting.
of all, I love Diana Ross. I refuse. I'm just playing. I'm
Mike
just
was
playing.
letting off the
Like,
clip.
look, we can't put these people on a pedestal. Everybody
No.
is capable of terrible things, but outside of that, I never heard this. This first time I'm hearing it, and it's just like, bruh, how did I not put those two in? Because I've seen like stuff about Mike and Diana Ross, but I never put those two and two together.
Yeah.
That's deep.
And it's, a part of it is sad, like I said, because there was speculation. So even though they both did care for each other, it just couldn't work because of the public eye and how long they had been in each other's lives. But I think that the hurt came from, like I said, the fact that she moved on so fast after they realized it wasn't going to work. And there's plenty of men and husbands and stuff in between and all of that. But yeah, I think the loss of the engagement and then her moving on into a marriage, just like kind of quick afterwards, was what was the results of this song. And yeah, he let it rip. And I love a good, that's art, plain and pleasure.
That's different. Look, I love that song. It's much like you talked about with the earlier songs you picked, where it's a song where you just listening to him sing and talk. That's one of my favorites. And then I love Tracy Ellis, but I think about what could a Mike and Diana baby look like? Oh my God. But okay. Number 4 for me, again, this been easier for me than I thought, because I got to, just off the strength of the fans, I'm gonna go Billie Jean. And we clearly got two different lists, but I would a mini question, because I heard this earlier. Would you pick Billie Jean or Beat It?
Beat It. That's not even a question for me.
I think it's tough, but I probably would lean Beat It, just because obviously I already talked about that. But yeah, Billie Jean is just doom 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 doom.
Yeah, that bass line rides into the night. Yeah.
The kid is not my son. Like, Billie Jean is so obviously stepping on a little now, and kind of people have mentioned there's a lot of questionable, which it always is in music. There's questionable if people did it before or not, but just stepping on the little pavement and lighting up the video, and just, it's so good, man. It's so good. I love Beat It, but Billie Jean probably be a lot of people's number ones, man. People always told me.
Yeah, Billie Jean is on the top of most people's list. It's just one of them numbers. Another iconic video. But like I said, I love rock and like metal and stuff like that. So Beat It had that more of that brashness to it that I liked. Yeah, but Billie Jean is chef's kiss too. You can't go wrong with an MJ song. You just can't.
Yeah, that's why we here. All right, so what's your number 4?
What number we on? Okay.
It's your 4th pick.
like I said, y'all, I'm in the ballads. I'm a hopeless romantic, so sorry, guys. My fourth pick is Human Nature. Hmm.
Mm.
Why, why? Tell him that it's human nature. Why? Now, the reason why I like, so one thing about me is that I've been in the arts my whole life, and I was an instrumentalist before I did, singing and stuff like that. So a lot of times when I'm listening to music, if I like a song, more than likely it's the beat, and then I'll get around to the lyrics eventually. I feel like my appreciation for MJ and probably why I like so many of his like not so popular songs is because he was one of the first artists that made me like actually listen to the lyrics even before the beat. You know what I mean? Um, his songs were like the ones that actually made me want to like hear what was being said versus like as an instrumentalist, falling in love with the drums and the bass and the this and the that, and then getting around to the lyrics eventually. He had a lot of songs that made me love the lyrics first, even
Well,
over the iconic beats.
what? Yeah. So, like we've been talking about, he has iconic music. So, what was
Mm-hmm.
your early exposure then? Because if you followed Mike in real time, you probably did fall in love with the music. So, what was
Mm-hmm.
your early exposure?
So, with us being 90s kids, I feel like his earlier era of music that is the most popular songs were before us. So, we were entering Mike's life when he was kind of, they're out of that 80s sound. They're moving into a more R&B sound. So we are the era that got ballad Mike. You know what I'm saying? He still had, his upbeat songs and stuff like that, but I feel like by the time he got to our era of what we would have known, the late, 90s and the early 2000s, was his more introspective, songs. So that was me personally introducing myself to him as an artist. And of course, if you love Mike, you just know his songs from the back. But I didn't fall in love with his earlier songs until later. I had my own introduction to the Mike. It wasn't like a parent was playing his music.
Okay.
Um, you know what I mean? It was what
Yeah.
was being shown on TV that Mike is still a valid musician in our top 10, with his songs that are out. And then going back and digging into the crates for his, original bangers. So that's why a lot of my favorites are kind of in the late 90s, early 2000 tracks. Yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha. All right, so I'm gonna round out. I have an amazing list for me personally. I didn't think I have all these picks, but so I'm on my last pick.
Hmm.
And once again, I hate to be a broken record, but it's tough. Abrisha, for no surprise to me, but a surprise to some of y'all, went way off the beaten path.
Jeez.
And so ooh,
I got my last one, and I got an honorable mention too.
I'm gonna go with Smooth Criminal.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go with Smooth
You've been
Criminal.
hit by you've been touched by a smooth criminal. Dun, 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 dun,
Right, you
dun.
got three
Oh
entries
God,
into that.
this
You got
man was a
You got three entries into that song. You got the you've been hit back, you've been shot back, a smooth criminal. You got the doom 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 doom, and then you got the any are you okay? Are you are you
them sound bites is well alive.
yeah,
I
so
think that song is literally was just a TikTok trend a couple of months ago. What they doing
I, I wouldn't
with
be
the
shocked.
flashing lights, like fake gun, like you going into something. You've been hit by,
Yeah.
you've been
I
cut.
might be wrong.
Uh,
I might be wrong. I'm not a historian, but I feel like that's when he introduced a little lean, the Michael Jackson lean,
it
which
is
I
with his
know all
patented
his moves
shoes.
is not
Yeah,
original, but
he
that's
has
Mike.
a patented design for
Yeah.
his shoes to lean. Yes. and they would have to specialize and lift up each floor on every stage for that song so that they can put down the nails for those patented shoes so that they can do that far lean.
Yeah. So that's a classic. I mean, I could wax poetic about that, but that's a classic. So, what is your last pick, Abrisha?
My last pick is one of his more earlier records, 1979 to be specific. And Mr. Jackson said, "Girl, close your eyes, let the rhythm get into you. It's a rock with you." That song just
Hey.
makes me feel like I'm floating. It's so cutesy. I don't know. It's one of those songs that will change my mood to something
Got beat,
positive.
and
And we
we can
can
ride
ride
the
the
boogie.
boogie. Yeah. I wanna
Yeah.
rock with
That's top
you.
five in a lot of
All
people. That's top
night.
five for a lot of
Dance you
people.
into the. Yes.
You got one of the popular ones on your list finally. Like that for sure.
Don't do me like that. Like
That
I
for
said,
sure.
we came in at a different era of Mike. Of course, his classics are always going to be his classics, but I'm glad that I got to know Mike outside of the classics. That's
Amen.
just like because
Amen.
but by our era, he was making the music that he wanted to make. Not saying that he wasn't doing that before, but I feel like the sound was a little bit more influenced because you're trying to match the times. You're still newer. You got to keep up with what's hip. You know what I'm saying? And he was a master at it. But I felt like by the time he got to our era, he was making with what he wanted to make, and i.e., why it had more lyrics and it had more feeling and it had more, this, that, and the third, because it wasn't about hitting a trend or doing a
Yeah.
thing. He knew the numbers was gonna be met irregardless. My honorable mention is "Can You Feel It?" Can you feel? Can you feel that marching band? Dun 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 dun
What was that,
dun
Jackson
dun
5?
dun.
Or was that just him?
I don't think so. I think that's just
Oh.
Mike.
Come.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
with
another
that.
one. Dun, dun, dun,
I gotta
Yeah.
um
Oh, I think you're right. I think it is Jackson 5.
yeah, I was gonna say if we go Jackson 5 and cameos and all that, I definitely got some thoughts, but
I had to think about it. I'm like, yeah, you know what? You're right. It is an earlier sound. You might be right. I had to go look
mm-mm.
and say 1980. So
Okay,
this is
would
so they're a little
you
older. Hmm.
out of the Jackson 5 era, is that your top?
Mm. I mean, I'm kind of a follower in that one, but no. I have a very specific. There's this. My favorites of them is Dancing Machine, because it was my favorite song to watch
Dancing.
them perform. That's when
Yeah.
they was doing a dun, 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 dun. I'll
Yeah.
never get over
That's
the
the
robot.
Mike Robot. Yeah.
But they also have um Lord, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the performance. They have a version of it where they just like funked out the beginning. Like they didn't even know what song was coming in. Like I loved when they were able to get creative about how they started because they were so popular. They didn't have to just do it the same old way each time. And their
Mhm.
managers and stuff were big about creating new fun ways for people to hear their music. But I can't remember if it was if the intro that they did that was like extended was to Dancing Machine or if it was to Never Can Say Goodbye. I don't know, but there's this performance of Jackson 5 that I absolutely marvel over. My memory is terrible, but I still watch it till this day. I'll go on YouTube and see it.
Yeah, I was gonna say my Jackson 5 honorable mention is Never Gonna Say Goodbye, or Never Can Say Goodbye. That is such a fire
And
song.
of course, look, Busta Rhymes and Kendrick Lamar recently on Busta Rhymes' second to last album. I think he released something new recently that I haven't heard yet. have a sample of I'll Be There. Just look over your shoulders, honey. Yeah.
All
Even the
right.
sample songs are like,
Oh well, yeah, that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like it lives on through different eras. All right, so we talked about Mike. Man, go to the comment section. Let us know what your top 5 Mike songs, top 10, whatever you want to talk about. Your honorable mentions from Jackson 5. What do you think about the movie coming out? All those good things. We hope to see you back for the next episode. It's been a long time, good time, and we will see you.
Peace.